Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Please confirm, please type yes if I'm audible. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Please confirm yes type करना है एक बार अपने को अब तो yes type करो. Please confirm yes if I'm audible. Okay. We'll wait for a few minutes before we start. Just waiting for some more people to join in. Okay, so you can ask your queries, whatever queries you have. This is an open session. Ask me anything. So anything you want to ask. I have a couple of questions which people have sent me. So I'll be answering that. But before that, if you have anything you want to ask, please feel free to put in the chat section. So I had got a question from Mahi. How to start DI preparation? Hello, Cricket Forever is your nickname, I guess. You can come up with your actual name. So Mahi had asked how to prepare for DILR when you are starting from scratch, and she is facing issues in solving DILR questions. So my advice would be get the basics right. By basics I mean the DILR concepts of percentages, ratios, a bit of averages, calculation techniques. That is the first thing. You should get that right because it will be extensively used in the DILR segment. Second would be to ensure that you know the basics of DI. So all the various patterns like bar graph, pie chart. So we have sessions for that. Do that. Once you have done these two parts, then extensive solving will help. But when you solve, you should not get puzzled. In case you are not able to solve something, wait for at least 20-30 minutes. Wait means try and see what you can do there in that particular DI set. Or the same applies for LR set. Fight for at least 20, 25, 30 minutes. If you are not able to solve it, then come back, look at the solution, see which part of the solution you are missing. If you get the first hint in the first line or second line or fifth line, stop there, don't look at the solution, go back and solve the question again. If you are doing that, I think it will help you. So that is my first advice for people who are weak in LRDI. That is how you have to approach. You have to do the basics right. Basics में percentages, ratio, proportion, these two are important segments. If you do that right, I'm sure things will work out in your favor. And do the basic chapters also. That's also very important. So when you do the basic chapters, things will be under your control. So Vedant has a question, how to finish algebra, as I am a bit weak in it. So Vedant, any topic, whether it's algebra, geometry, arithmetic, the basics have to be right. Basics, if your basics are weak, and if you are enrolled at Mindworks, you can look at doing the school level classes. School level course is made by Arun sir. in the scale program. So you can do that if you wish. Otherwise, if you are studying by your own, you can take the NCERT books, solve them. Once your basics are right, you will be in a better position to handle this. So that is what I can tell you regarding algebra. Get the basics right. Once you get the basics right, start solving higher level questions, level 2, level 3, and first level 1 and then level 2. Wherever you are stuck, try to figure out what you are missing. So basically you have to increase your intelligence level, and that will happen only with regular practice, revising what you have done. All that if you do, things will work out in your favor. So Dhruv is a second year student at NIT Suratkal, want to start CAT preparation, 979 GEM. Okay Dhruv, so you are a engineering graduate. Can you confirm your category? Because that will also determine your percentile requirement. 979 is a wonderful score. 12th 7 is slightly less, but 9 and 9 in 10th and graduation is quite nice. So if you are GEM, you have mentioned you are general category. Okay, in that case, with 979, you would need for ABC you will need 99.7 plus to be on the safe side to get a call. First thing. Second thing, you are in second year, so you have almost 2.5 years, 5 semesters, 5 semesters you have to maximize your score in your graduation. So try and maximize that. Never neglect your graduation preparation, graduation studies for CAT. That's very important that you maximize your graduation score. Do these two things, and since you are a GEM, for ABC minimum I'll say 99.6, so you'll need it. Considering you are an engineer, you are general candidate, male, right? So aim high. You will definitely get a call from these 3 colleges. My best wishes. Aim high, give your best shot, and I would wish to see you in either of ABC in next 2 years. Best wishes. Anybody else? Any query? So one question I had from a student on my personal chat. He was asking that can he leave modern maths because he or she is finding it tough. I will advise you against it. You should not leave any topic. First thing, you should not leave any topic. Why? Because there can be an easy question from the topic which you leave. So supposing you are leaving algebra or modern maths or percentages, if an LOD level 1 level question comes, if an easy question comes, your peers, people who are competing with you, will be able to solve it, and you will be at a loss. You will not be able to solve it. In that scenario, this will hurt your percentile. So LOD 1 of all chapters should be done. After that, the 3 areas, the 3 modules from which most questions come are arithmetic, algebra and geometry. I have already told many times, I call it AG, arithmetic, algebra, geometry. These 3 have to be done, LOD 2 level also, in quant segment. VRC and LRDI, there is no such bifurcation that you can leave this or do that. You have to do all sets of all kinds. But for quants, do not leave out algebra or modern maths. Do not leave out any topic. If at all you want to leave something, I think PNC probability. But that also I would advise to do the LOD 1 level, so that you do not miss out on the easy question. Any other question, anybody? Okay, so I'll take the questions which I have got on my personal window, personal WhatsApp. There was a student who felt that whatever he or she is studying, they forget after 2-3 days. So I have many times reiterated this, I will say it again. You are forgetting because you are not revising. You have to ensure that you revise on a daily basis. People who have done my classes know that I emphasize on revision and notes making, because revision will be directly linked with the notes. If you have crystal clear, clean notes, well marked, all the questions are marked, then you will be able to revise it well. If you have scribbled around in a register, it won't work. You will not be able to revise. So prepare, make proper notes, and then revise it. That's what you can do. That's my advice. And revision should be done daily, weekly, and monthly. So daily means as soon as the class ends, especially for people who are taking online classes. After the class ends, sit there for 15 more minutes. Just have a cursory glance of whatever you have done so far. First thing. Second thing is, before you start the next class, revise what was done in the previous class. So if these two things you do, you will retain at least 75-80% of what you have learned. If you are solving questions, whatever you have solved today, 17th of July, tomorrow when you are sitting and solving again next set of questions, you should revise what you have done. All the questions. You need not solve it. Just see what has been done, or what was the thought process, don't go for the calculations. And the good revision would be just see the question, try to think the thought process, what will you do? And if it matches with what is written in your notebook, you can move to the next question. Otherwise, try solving it. Calculations not required, but the concept, the formula, whatever is required there, that has to be done, right? So if you do that, revision, and you will always score better. You will not forget things, right? Now I have cricket forever, important topics for VA. So verbal ability, Vedant, I think most of the topics are important. Fill in the blanks, parajumbles, all these topics, whatever critical reasoning, whatever is done, all are important. RC, obviously, RC is important. But then for VA, these 3-4 areas need to be covered well. Another question, would you advise to complete entire? Yes, Dhruv. So if you have ample time, you should complete not once but thrice, 3 times. And it should be layered. So you should not do LOD 1, 2, 3 of number system, then move to LOD 1, 2, 3 of algebra or percentages. Do LOD 1 of all, then come back, do LOD 2. LOD 3 has to be done selectively because the questions will be quite tough. And any material you solve, Dhruv, solve 3 times, minimum 3 times, right? Have lesser number of books, lesser number of questions, but do it repeatedly. Then only that conceptual clarity will be strong in your mind and you will be able to do well in the exam, right? So if I have to talk about resources, what all you should follow. If you are at Mindworks, Arun sir's books, the assignments which we give you, we do lot many questions in the classes. That obviously is also important. You should solve those questions which we do in the classes. And assignments, books, the mocks which we give you, these 4 will be sufficient. You should not go beyond that, because better would be to solve the same thing twice and thrice. That will complete the entire spectrum of what questions can be asked. It's always good to solve one book 10 times than 10 book one time, right? So stick to these 3-4 material. I think Arun sir's books will be more than sufficient. Stick to that and solve size, revise regularly. You would be able to score well. Fine. So Saurabh Panjeta, I think you were there in the class. GEM candidate 10, 10, 6 percentile required for good college. Okay, percentile required for good college. See, 10th and 12th is 10, 10, which is wonderful, Saurabh. I don't know why your graduation went to 6. Which college are you from? If you want to type here in the chat, you can type, or you can, I think you have my number. You can ping me on my personal window also. Why this 6? Because this will be a question, this will be an important question which will be asked to you in the interview. But anyways, let's come to the percentile required for good college. See, all the top 50, top 70 are good colleges. Even the college which lies between rank 61 to rank 70, MDU, okay. So that college will also fetch you a package of 10 to 12 LBA. So when you say good college, you need to determine what category you are looking at. But then, having said that, I will say that you should aim for maximum percentile possible. The 10th and 12th is good. So college like IIM Calcutta, college like FMS, all this, FMS does not consider 10, 12 marks first of all. So there are many colleges which don't have very strong weightage on the graduation part. So at all these places you will have a very good chance, right? So my advice would be aim for 99 plus. Even if you are starting now, aim for 99 plus, which is easily achievable. Considering your profile, Saurabh, you have 10, 10 in 10th and 12th. So I believe you have a good chance of, your basics are strong, so you have a good chance of scoring well in CAT, right? If you want to target the top 10 or ABC, you are a gem, so you will need 99.6 plus, as I told you. Below that, you will get good colleges at 85 also. The college ranking between 60 to 70 or 50 to 70. At 85 percentile also you'll get that, but you should not go for it. You should aim for minimum top 20. So top 20, 95 plus, 97 plus is required. So aim for that. Best wishes. Newton, EWS category, 75% in BA from Open University, 1250, 1068. How much need to attend in CAT 25? Okay, so see, irrespective of what profile you have, if you want 95 percentile in CAT, you will need to do at least 25 to 28 questions out of 68, right? So 25 questions means 888. So let's say 27 questions. So 999 in each segment if you do, you will get 95. You have the category advantage, so utilize that. You are a BCom, you are a non-engineer, so that will also go in your favor, right? So at a lower percentile at 95 also, considering you have the EWS category and non-engineer, you will get some very good colleges at 95 percentile also. So 999 should be the attempt, minimum attempt, correct, accurate attempt. So to get 999 correct, if your accuracy is not 100%, you will know when you start solving mocks, you will know where you lie, what kind of accuracy you are getting. So ideally the attempt should be 12 to 13 in each segment. So you get at least 9 correct, 9 or 10 correct. Newton, I have replied to your comment. So see, Newton, if you want to go for ABC with your profile, I would say you would need 98.5 plus to go into ABC. For IMT, you will get it at 91 percentile, around 91, 92 max. And IITs have a very varied range. IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, you will need 97 percentile. The other IITs you can get at 92, 93 also. Top 15, Saurabh, I told you, top 15 you will need, so your 10th, 12th is good, but you are gem, so top 15 may 97 percentile you will need to target. Anybody else, any questions? So I think I have replied to most of your questions. One question I had on my personal chat is how to improve score in VRC. So as I always tell, VRC can only be improved by reading and solving. So solving you will do, you should do classes and solve, but 1 hour of compulsory reading is a must. Daily basis पे either split it into 3-4 parts, 15 minutes ka 4 slots, but read 1 hour daily. At Mindworks, we give you reading links, so that will help you. So you can use that. If you don't have that, you can still read from any source you like. If you don't like reading, some people feel that reading seems to be boring or they are not able to comprehend. So there I have a simple funda. Read what you like till you like what you read. Right? So read what you like till you like what you read. If you do that, you will start enjoying. And if I remember my days correctly, when I was preparing for CAT, I knew reading was important. So I used to read while I used to have my breakfast, lunch or dinner. So I had set, because I was working when I gave CAT and I had a very hectic work schedule. So I ensured that I finish one article 10-15 minutes whenever I am eating, and I had a phone, and at that time 2010, in 2010 these smartphones were not available. So I had Nokia E5, the small phone. It had just this small screen. In that screen I used to read articles, and I did that for close to 3 months, because I filled the form. I decided to appear for CAT late, so I made it a point that I'll read 3 articles daily: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 1 article or 2 article before sleeping, and 1 or 2 article before after waking up. So that was one thing which I did, which helped me tremendously. Second thing which I did is I maintain a register. So I had a register of this kind, simple register. I had. You should also have. You can name it as reading register. Daily basis पे whatever article you are reading, just write the heading and at least 3 learnings from it. 3 whatever, and write it in your own words, in 3 sentences or 3 short keywords, whatever. So that tomorrow when you are revising in 1 month, you will read say roughly 90-100 articles. In 5 months time, 500 articles. So once you are doing that, it will vanish away. So whatever you are reading tomorrow, if you don't make notes, after 3 days you will not remember even one thing out of it, right? So ensure that you write it down and then keep on revising. Whenever you get time, just see. And so this will help you with your VARC also. It will help you with your GK also, and in GDPI also you'll be better prepared. So read voraciously, but at least 3 pointers, if not 5, that you should do, right? So if you do this, I think this will help you with your reading part. Yes, Saurabh, why not? There are. So tell me, Saurabh, how many people who will write CAT 2025 will get 99.5 percentile or and above? Anybody? Can anybody tell me how many people who are writing CAT this year, 2025, or how many people who wrote CAT last year, 2024, have got 99.5 percentile and above? Can you give me a number? 3 lakh people have given the CAT exam last year, roughly, right? So 3 lakh people have given, so 99 plus percentile, 1% people, that means 3000. So Saurabh, you are right, you have the answer. If 1500 people can get something, why not you? Even if you are starting today, you have sufficient time. You just need to follow what is told to you. Limit your resources. Don't spend time on YouTube and Instagram and trying to find questions. Do what is told. Do less, but do it more. Do it more often. Repeat, revise. If you do that, Saurabh, I believe it's definitely possible. So if 1500 people can do it, you can also do it. And I'm there with you for full support. You are doing the classes in the morning, so that will definitely help you. If possible, if you have time, attend classes in the evening also. If your syllabus is not completed, try to finish your syllabus latest by 31st August, at least the important topics, and start taking mocks. So No issues, Saurabh. The first few mocks you will not get marks. It's fine. Just when you do a mock, analyze it well. Try to go back and see. Firstly, the questions which you have done wrong, why they were wrong, because you have attempted, you have given time to in that. So what happened? Which concept you were lacking? Come back and revisit that concept. Do 4 5 questions, so that in the next mock, the similar question comes, you are not making that mistake, right? So mocks may do not be obsessive about marks. Mocks is basically to give you practice, to ensure that you learn through mocks. You have to learn through mocks, right? So don't get disheartened if the score is not coming. Many people don't get score in mocks, but they do very well in the CAT exam. To give you an example, last year our student Ishan Tripathi, you can watch his video. If you type on YouTube Ishan Tripathi Mindworks, you will get his interview video. He got his highest score in the mock, in the actual CAT exam, 99.97. In mocks, he was, I think he had told in the mocks, he was getting 99.1, 99.2 sometimes. But his highest score came in the actual CAT exam. So that will happen. It all depends on how prepared you are, how well you select the questions. All that if you do, you will get that, right? So thank you, all the best. Most of you have my number, you can reach out to me. We will do more such sessions. It was great interacting with you. Thank you, have a good day. I am ending this now.